Happy Friday! We are back. You can tell it's February when we are cranking out the content. We've got the 14 variety pack to make today. Got to write down exactly what it is, but we're gonna get that juiced up. Yesterday we filmed one of our master classes for the week. We did a juicing tutorial here with the M1 and the cubines. I'll insert a little clip here. Let's just jump into it. Do you need any instruction?
Well, this is like my...
Sorry, man, I'm working with
It's okay.
extension cords here.
No, I don't need instruction. Oh, we haven't even prepped yet.
No, we're gonna
It's like riding a bike, you never forget. Maybe a little bit.
I will say one thing. I would divide that into 2 presses.
Got it.
Let's go. We go in depth on the 2 entry-level machines that we recommend, very budget-friendly. And then we touch on the Mini and the X1 as well. If you want to see what it's like to use those machines, if you're struggling to decide between the M1 and the Cubine CS700, it's a great video for you. We go in depth on all the little details of those machines. The link to sign up for the collective is down below. We would love to have you guys over there. We're hosting the masterclass in the collective, so you just need a membership to get signed up, and then you'll have access to all the previous content that we have recorded, including last week's masterclass and all the previous trainings from last year. I think it's over 100 trainings and almost 50 recipe tutorials. So the amount of information you get with the cheapest membership, is a monthly membership, is what's the monthly membership? $116. For $116, you get access to our whole entire content library, all of our mentorship we've been doing. Definitely highly recommend checking it out. I'm so happy with the content that we're putting out for this masterclass. It's just years of experience boiled down into little 30-minute videos. So the amount of information you're getting for such a little investment, even the investment of your time, this is such concentrated trainings. So we'll see you guys over in the collective. Again, the link to sign up is below. We would love to have you. See you guys over there. There's currently like 100-something juice bars in there. In addition to all the trainings, you also get access to an awesome community of people that are doing the same thing that you want to do or that you are doing. So we would love to have you guys over there. Let's jump into today's juicing. We've got 1 celery, 1 sweet beet, 2 classics, 3 sweet greens, 2 unicorns, 3 strong greens, and 2 snaps. I'm thinking I'm going to use the M1 with our little food processor, kind of show you guys what it would look like if you're thinking about starting opening up a juice bar with the M1, what it can do. There is a cheap entry-level food processor we recommend in the collective. It's about $500. So with the M1 and the combo of the bigger grinder, so when I use the food processor, I'm putting a bigger grinder on my smaller machines, an X1 size grinder on these little machines. So we're completely getting rid of the grind time and really maximizing our efficiency on these machines. So let's get set up here. Fridge is stocked pretty well, and today's supposed to just pour rain all day, so if I was juicing fridge stock as well, I would probably bust out the X1, but we're pretty good. I can definitely fill in the gaps with the M1 here as I make this order. It's also Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl weekend, so a lot of people are gonna be planning their parties, and health isn't really on people's minds. Next week, I bet we'll be bumping. We should do a post Super Bowl juice cleanse event. Super Bowl 6-pack. It's also Valentine's Day. Like, people are not coming in here they're going out to dinner, they're throwing their Super Bowl parties, so I'm not concerned about fridge stock. We're gonna work on this order. Jordan's gonna make up some 6-packs. It's a big year for us. Lots of Bengals fans in the fam. Yesterday I made our strawberry milk on the M1. I pressed a 48-ounce bag of strawberries on the M1. I made the milk on the M1. I made 25 12-ounce units on the M1 in under an hour. If you're working on a smaller machine, milks are a great place to start. You can make a lot of milks because you're only pressing a concentrate. So you can make a lot of units really fast with 1 or 2 presses of milk on the M1. I've got 8 pounds of celery here. I've got some in the Samick as well. There's nothing wrong with the grinders on these Goodnature machines. These are made to order machines. They're not actually meant to stock a fridge. But when we tack on that bigger grinder, you can really do a lot of damage with these little cold press machines. So this is a 4.5 quart model. Really matches the press chamber size well of the Mini and the M1. If you've ever tried to juice celery, you know how hard it is to get it to go through that grinder, whether it's a masticating or a cold press. So you can see it just takes seconds to grind on a food processor. And you just dump it in the bag. I like to give it a quick squeeze so I don't have to stand here and babysit it. Another great perk of this food processor setup is that you can grind the next batch while the press is running. So by the time that press is done, I'll be ready to go with my next batch. That food processor has a timer as well, which is really nice. It's a new Samick model they just launched. It's actually not even available yet. But I think you can get some more details through the link in their bio. That one is pretty fancy schmancy. I think it runs a few $1,000s. "24 ounces of juice in no time." I like to stick to about a 3-pound press cycle on the M1. You can do about 6 pounds on the Mini. I'm used to such a heavy, big 8.5 quart Samick. This feels so light compared to that. Quick pre-press. Up to 32 ounces already. Got one more grind to go here. Need to cut my celery a little shorter for this one. Celery is one of those ones that you can really load up the press bag. Took about 15 minutes to make 72 ounces of juice. I'm gonna set you guys up on a time lapse. We'll bust some more recipes out. Strong greens up next, sweet greens. Just start working our way through the lineup. You can see how this frees up so much time. It really just takes the effort out of juicing. It's just so much easier. Gives you time to create content or share your story as you're juicing. It really frees up a lot of mental space and actual labor. So Highly recommend checking out the food processor, and the M1 is such a great combo. You can really make a lot of juice pretty quick.
So here we go again, it's no surprise, 'cause we know better than to roll the dice. So take this love and try to make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light.
All right, we're wrapping it up here. I've got the unicorn to make yet. It's been 2 hours since I started. First hour, I was able to make 22 12-ounce units. The last few presses here have just been single order, single units. But the first 3 batches, I wanted to see what we could do. So I made 3 baby batches, the celery, strong green, and sweet green. And doing about 3 grinds and presses per baby batch. It was a great fit for the M1 and the smaller press chamber there. So if you're using the mini, you can do about double that, which is why if you watch my mini efficiency or my SAMIC training, you hear me say you can do Judy level juicing on the mini. We've made 5 3-day cleanses in under 4 hours, I believe, 3.5 hours. So you can definitely do a lot of juicing when you just tack on a bigger grinder. So this is our unicorn milk. You saw me blitz the pumpkin seeds in water and pour that into the press chamber. Now I'm just adding the sweet beet recipe. All the recipes you saw me make today are in our recipe ebook. So if you're looking to get started, grab the M1 small food processor, 3 to 4 quart. 4 quart would be ideal. Get yourself some recipes. 22 juices an hour is no joke. So I hope that gives you some peace of mind if you've been thinking about, should I go for the M1? Is it small? Is it too small? It's a great for under $10,000, you can be into making a lot of juice, juicer, food processor, bottles, get some labels for. Jordan just actually did a whole training on sourcing goods, so if you want to see what it would look like number-wise, she went over where we get all our stuff, and you can go in and check pricing. If you like this video, I highly recommend checking out the Collective. It's loaded with tons of training videos similar to this. We do go more in depth with numbers and recipes and all the nitty-gritty details behind the business. So definitely check out the Collective if this was an interesting video to you. We would love to have you guys over there. I'll get out the full order and show it to you guys when this press is done. Cleanup is super easy here. Everything goes into the dishwasher. It's been an M1 kind of week. Almost half of the product in the fridge is made on the M1. That gives you any indicator of how versatile that machine is. It's a lot of fun to use, and it's dishwasher safe, so you just throw it in the dishwasher. So quick and efficient. It's just so efficient at what it does. If you're thinking about purchasing one, use our code JKJuices to get free filter bags. That goes for any Goodnature machine. If and when you're ready to upgrade, definitely use our code JKJuices. We've been using Goodnature equipment for 6-ish years. We've owned every model, the CT7 up to Judy. Our next purchase will have to be the X6. It's 6 X1s in one. So we highly recommend them. They're very reliable. They get the job done, and they continue to stand up and make awesome quality juice over the years. We highly recommend. Just the order we were working on. Include the frozen juice, just directions. Got our unicorns, carrots, sweet beet, Question of the day goes out to Ernest here on YouTube. The question was, what startup equipment do I need bare minimum? You're obviously going to need a juicer. You're going to need a 3-compartment sink, a produce wash sink, a hand wash sink. Jordan has all this information in her How to Open a Juice Shop ebook. I highly recommend buying that if you're thinking about starting. We've also got links to everything in our private business training group, The Collective. What else do you need? Bottles? Got Jordan mic'd up here.
Yeah, I mean, are they starting? It kind of depends on where they're starting.
Yeah, where are you starting?
Home? Are you starting from a shared kitchen, a juice truck? If you're starting from home, you just need a juicer, a cutting board, a filling pitcher, and some bottles.
Yep.
You know, and a scale probably.
Knife, scale.
If you are wanting to start a shop, your health department is going to have all those requirements. So, email the health department, and they'll send over their package that says, like, we need a mop sink, we need a 3-compartment sink, we need a hand wash sink. And each health department's going to be a little different. If you're wanting to start in a commercial kitchen, but you don't have the money, look for a shared kitchen space or a local bakery that will let you use their kitchen during off hours.
A lot of people are doing that in The Collective.
Yeah.
Some of them pay by hours, some of them pay monthly, some of them
Yeah.
pay not at all.
Yeah, I would look for somebody who
You could add value to.
Yeah, you know, it's just a little. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
It's hard because some are like so expensive, and it's like that's just not what you're looking for.
Yeah, I saw one that was like $30 an hour.
$30 an hour. That's ridiculous. That's so high.
realistic.
$10 or less an hour, but even then, I would either look for somebody who's very kind and just wants to see you succeed as a small startup.
Which happens quite often. That's how Jordan got started. Find a local business that was once in your shoes and they'll get it.
They'll just be like, clean up before you leave, make it look nice, and use the kitchen all you want.
A lot of people start from home too. They just certify like a little spot in their garage or something. If you want to see like a tiny kitchen setup, go check out our juice truck videos. That was bare minimum in that tiny little truck.
Yeah.
Any other things we want to add on to that? You can definitely do it. You just got to figure out.
You just got to figure out on what level, what scale do you want to do it.
There's so many different avenues you can use to get started. Highly recommend The Collective if you want to see the different operations that people are doing. There's so many options. Just got to find the right one for you. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one.